Oh, it's a great car. I've been daily driving this car almost every single day since I got it. I got kids. We get in here, I got kids, and they like have little greasy fingers, so I'll leave that on there until I just about can't manage it anymore and it looks rough, so it just helps with all those little greasy kid finger marks. I mean, when we take it to the store, we go grocery shopping and everything else like that. I got this trimmed out. We have the Laguna leather. I wanted it comfortable, the back seat, all the seats. I don't want it to cost $1, why not? You know, I wanted to be able to drive this car. I didn't want a straight drag car. I wanted to be able to have fun, take the wife and the kids, put them in the car, drive to the track, race at the track, have a good time, and then drive home instead of, you know, taking 2 cars or trailing it and everything. I mean, it's just a good family car. Also gives you something to get out and do, and it feels fun. That next generation of car lovers, it starts with their parents, and it starts young and it starts small. So if you don't take them to the track and you don't let them feel the horsepower and you don't let them just get that, not only just adrenaline rush, but that feel you get when you have the power in the car and on the road, and also the power to get out of the way when crazy people are driving, or to merge on the highway without getting ran over. And just that, if you don't instill that fun and exciting, then it's just a tool. The vehicle's a tool. You don't enjoy driving it. It's not a part of you. You just buy a cheap little vehicle and it's necessary to get back and forth to work. But when they grow up doing it, like I grew up doing it, and I'm trying to get my girls, you know, they love it. You know, it's fun. It's not a tool, it's a toy. It's something, let's go drive. Let's just go drive and look around and let's just take a drive. And that's what I want my girls to do. I want them to have a good time. I want them to want to drive. I want them to enjoy it and just grow up having that passion, that car passion. Dodge, they put 3 seat belts in the back seat of this thing. You can take a family out. You can, leg rooms, a little tight, but not really for what it is. I've had 2 teenage girls and an 11-year-old in the back when we went to the track, and not one of them complained. They had plenty of leg room, buckled up, plenty of shoulder room, raced all day, and then drove home. We pack a lunch and put it in a cooler and load it in the back and get the drinks and everything. So it's almost like a little picnic, but I want them to remember loading all the food and stuff in the trunk, driving out to the drag strip, having fun, driving back and forth, and then racing, and then driving home. So I want them to have those memories, and I want them to give those memories to their children, so the industry will have people like that to develop cars like this. Because without those people, these cars wouldn't, they'd all be electric cars. Putting a smile on your face when you're going on the on-ramp on your way to work, and all the stresses, when you're able to just drive it, and it's just a little vacation and a little piece of, I guess, zen on your way to and from, and the stressful lives and everything. You just get in your car and you're like, oh man, I'm going to enjoy driving home. Giving it a little bit more gas, letting it throw you back, and get that little smile, gets that little giggle going. No matter how old, how fast you've ever been in any different car, just gets that giggle going, and it just relieves that. You're in a pod, that doesn't go away. You're just sitting there stewing over it. You're not paying attention to the car. You're not driving it. You're not listening to all the little sounds it makes and admiring the sounds of the supercharger. You're just sitting there doing, I don't know. I'm not that person, so I don't know what people like that do. This has multiple displays. We can look at boost pressure. You can kind of go through everything, intercooler temperature, everything. I like to keep mine on air-fuel ratio. I'm a driver, so we got to get gas, and I can kind of keep an eye on it. That way I know if I get a little bit of bad gas, I'll know right away, because if you know what your air-fuel is doing. So that's the menu I like to look at. Then we have the speed menu. We have pretty much the mile per hour menu, all kinds of the performance menus that go through there, just all kinds of good stuff. So you can kind of go through there and see what you have. It's a good log, good log of information. Instead of having to hook up a computer or laptop and try to figure all this stuff out and ride with one, it's just, there's so much information in this car. As soon as I get into the car, I hit the custom button. This is how I like to drive the car. It's a little bit stiffer suspension than if you go to the street suspension. When my wife and the girls are in here, we pretty much drive with this. It's a nicer, cushier ride. It's just a great suspension, but this one doesn't. The sport suspension feels awesome. Then over here in drag mode, you're going to hear a difference. The AC is going to come out of the car. It's going to start trying to cool down the air that comes in by going down the intercooler. And then you hit that, we go into drag options, and then this is where you have your activate your line lock to do a good burnout, get those tires hot and sticky in the box. And then you have your launch control, and then you also have, whenever you're in drag mode, you will have your, when you have it in gear, it'll go to trans brake feature success, blah blah blah. It tells you how to launch it with your trans brake on. So, and it works. It's not hard. It's really not. If you take a little bit of time to practice, they didn't make it where it's impossible to figure out. I literally watched, I think, one YouTube clip, and you had it. It's easy. It's really easy. It takes a little bit of practice if you're under the stress of like racing, but that's what the whole point of racing. It's not always about the fastest car. It's about the driver too. So